we're often spoken about regarding the King's health. And of course, like many people, I'm very concerned about him. I think he's doing a terrific job keeping going. I know a lot of people are going through exactly the same things as him. And it's very easy, isn't it, when we all get a little bit ill, to shut ourselves off, decide to clamp away, and that's it. But of course, King Charles has the very best healthcare applicable to anybody, and he's very much aware of that, trust me, very much aware indeed. But his sort of personal thing, and I think a lot of people can take a lot from this, is the fact that if you can get out, if you can do something, then you will start to feel better. His apparently sort of remit is, get near people that cheer you up, make you laugh, make you smile, and try and lead as much of a normal life as possible while you're undergoing very serious treatment. But this particular headline really kind of upset and shocked a lot of people. And I wanted to just clarify the behind the scenes that I can tell you and share with you so far. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time today. And by the way, I'm so glad you enjoyed our royal secrets behind the scenes regarding, of course, that much loved entertainer, Liberace. I mean, what a guy, and when you think about it now, I know it's a strange thing. If you haven't checked the video out, all up for free, no charge, no coffee jars, no buy me this, it's all there for your free enjoyment. And it's a fascinating story because I think I mentioned on the video that in today's society, it would have been totally different, It just proves how things have evolved over the decades, and that's how things work. But what a showman, all that sort of stuff. I still enjoyed his. When I was young, my father used to have a Liberace album, and I didn't really know much about piano, but you knew he could play. That's the thing, isn't it? What a performer. You just need a keyboard, and there he was. Off he went. A little bit like Ross Conway. Do you remember him? People in England will remember Ross Conway. Winifred Atwell, do you remember her? What a talent she was. Do you remember Winifred Atwell had her 2 pianos? Yes, not one for her, but 2. Yes, you see, king and queens of the keyboards. Which way round? It's up to you. Fascinating stuff. Back to King Charles. Yes, apparently he's going to be pausing his cancer treatment for 11 days while he goes on a momentous trip for him back to Australia, a wonderful country, let me tell you. Just a nice place. I know a lot of people think instantly of Australia that it's just warm and balmy, but I've got a lot of friends out there, including the late broadcaster John O'Coleman, who I worked with for many years over here on a radio station. And he said, no, it's a wonderful place, but it's like, we get weather. And, even Kylie and Danny told me, yeah, we get weather, Neil, so I'm sure it is. Of course, Prince Charles is going back there, should I say King Charles, you see, how much we forget, is going back there for his very first trip, this time as king. And this was, and ahhing, would he make it, would he not? Of course, the Queen Camilla, is very concerned about his health, but Charles is very stubborn and adamant and doesn't want to let the people down, wants to go, and as I said at the start of the video, believes that continuing to go is the best way forward for his personal journey. Not for everybody, but as he pointed out, this works for me. So why is he pausing the treatment? Well, apparently this is on the advice of his doctors, and of course they would know best. But don't worry, doctors will be traveling, the very best doctors, alongside blood supplies, you name it. Everything will be going alongside His Majesty the King as he flies all of that way over to that wonderful country. Why is this now worrying? Because, of course, it's an interesting time, isn't it? People forget that Charles is still battling cancer. We've had that wonderful news about the end of chemotherapy for Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Don't forget, of course, the King has still got ongoing treatment, and for some time. And when you think about it, this treatment started back in February, so it's a lot harder than people think. So, well, people may want to attack His Majesty the King and say, look at what he's done during the time that he's been ill. He's carried on, he's met people, he's turned up at events when I'm sure he would have much preferred to put his feet up and had a GMT or whatever and just relaxed. But he's continued. And I think it's an inspiration, not just for everybody out there in our land of chums who's going through a similar thing, but literally for everybody. Yes, as I said, the best treatment, but nobody can get your own invigorated self moving forward other than you. Am I right? I, for one, know that everybody on this channel will want to do the same thing. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.